Come on into the Banner Press Sports Corner this week, and thanks for stopping by on your preferred podcast platform, YouTube or website, wherever you get the Sports Corner podcast. I'm Nicholas Hodel, sports editor here at the Brenham Banner Press, and the Burton Volleyball season is off to a strong start in this first week of the Texas High School Volleyball campaign. Football's coming up in a few weeks. You'll know about that later on in the year. The Lady Panthers already notched their first win over Iola since at least 2011, early in the year on opening day. They've already made great strides in the Columbus Varsity Volleyball Classic, taking 3 wins on Thursday, 2 setters against East Bernard and Edna, and a 3-setter against Sealy. They are already 5-0, making great strides and competing really hard on the court, trying to back up a regional final campaign from a year ago. And joining me this week in the Sports Corner to discuss the Lady Panthers, senior libero Paige Fritsch. Thank you so much for coming in this week.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And to give some context, we are talking about a couple hours after you guys wrapped up that win against Sealy in a really tight
couple short hours.
Yeah, in a tight 3-setter there. But you guys really came in strong, 25-13 in that third set.
Yes,
just what was the mindset there of that last set against Sealy?
I think we knew that we needed to come in strong right off the bat like we did in that first set. And I think we all have the same mindset. And when we put all of our energy together and that same goal of wanting to win, I think everything comes together really nicely. And it was pretty clear to see in that third set that we wanted to win.
Yeah. And one thing that I've noticed, not just through this day, but also through the 3-setters you had on Tuesday, you guys have been closing out really well. The 2-setters on Thursday against East Bernard, it was a 25-15 second set. Against Edna, a 25-8 in the second set, and then the 25-13 third set against Sealy. Just what's kind of that killer instinct that you guys have formed to be able to close these matches so strongly?
I think we had a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth after last year, and I think we know how talented we are as a group. And we know like what we're capable of, and if we get complacent and lose a set, we're like, okay, let's focus in and let's go get this set back. And I think whenever we're just together and we're all talking, we don't really have to try that hard. It really just comes together and like glue. It's just like easy for us.
Yeah. Particularly those first 2 opponents you guys faced, Giddings and Iola. I know you had some history with Giddings and a 4-setter to warm up for the playoffs, and then all the history you guys have with Iola as a program. We say first match win over Iola since at least 2011. That's as far back as the Max Preps listing goes. Before that, it was 0-16 before that. And that also includes a couple of really tight matches last year. A 3-setter in tournament season that was a couple of points away. A 5-setter in September last year that was a couple of points away. You guys were really close, and I know that's probably what drives that we are capable mentality. Just how big was that for this group Tuesday to walk out of that Iola gym with a win over the Bulldogs this year?
Oh man, that felt great. I can't really describe that feeling honestly, because that's been one of our biggest goals, no matter really what sport, if it was basketball or volleyball. Just being Iola was a great feeling because they have great players that are talented in their program as well. And we knew what they did last season, and going out there, we knew that we could hang with them, and then just giving them good competition. And I feel like our momentum built off of that, and we just kept going, and I feel like it all really turned out in our favor.
Yeah, and that third set, too. We've been talking about these third sets. 8-0, 12-1. Let's see another good point. 15 threes, another good one to point out. 16-4. 19-9. That was during a 4-point Iola run they had put together, trying to claw back into it before you guys eventually finished that one off. So you guys were in control of that third set. Kind of what was that mindset that really allowed you guys to play at such a high level to finish that match off?
I think Coach Smith, she just pulled us in after that second set, and she was just like, we needed to dial in and get back to playing our game. And I think we knew, like, after the huddle, I feel like we all calmed down and we get back on the court, and I feel like we start off pretty hot, and then we just got to rolling. And once that momentum got started, I think we just went with it, and it was a really good feeling that I feel like we deserved to feel.
Yeah. And you guys have been so close, and it was coming.
Yeah,
for
it
you
was
guys.
sooner or later, and we wanted to be the ones to do it. So.
Yeah, and now you guys are, and especially in your senior year too. And when you have all this history with Iola, with all these matches, just how good did that feel to be able to get that one?
Oh, it felt great being my senior year. Got to leave it all out there, and I feel like that's what the underclassmen are doing a very good job of this year. They know it's our last year, and they're really playing for us, and we're playing for them as well because we have nothing left to lose, and I think that's really our mindset this season. So I think we're just all out there for each other.
Yeah, and when you guys are already so connected, there's so many returners, so many of the same girls, and so many girls that you play multiple sports with, 2, 3, in some of those cases, maybe even 4 sports that they play with each other. How much does that benefit you guys being able to have multiple sports that you guys are teammates in?
Oh man, that helps a lot because you can be diverse in every sport, and just knowing your teammate when you go from each sport to each sport, that's a huge asset in the game, I feel like. And even playing select ball or any kind of club ball with your teammates, I think helps a lot. So yeah, I think we benefit a lot off of that, honestly, just knowing your teammates, because we talk about a lot of communication with volleyball.
Yeah, and I know there's so many opportunities in volleyball and softball in particular to go play select ball, club ball. How many of those girls are you teammates with in those aspects?
I played softball with a lot of them growing up, honestly, but this past year, we all played, most of us, except 2 of them, we all played club together, and I think that really also helped us as well. The bond just keeps getting stronger, and I think that's really what helped us as well.
Yeah, and of course, we sit here only 4 days. For you guys, technically 3 days. You guys started on Tuesday. Brenham started on Monday.
Yes.
So really only just a few days into the season, and, which, of course, 5 matches already. That's a lot to digest. Just what are some of the areas you guys are going to be working on to improve over the course of this tournament season, knowing what you've done so far?
Definitely maybe not trying to we haven't gone to a lot of third sets, but if we play a more challenging team like Iola, trying to perfect our second set a little bit better, even though they are a challenging team. A little bit of setter communications with our hitter, serve, receive. I think those are all just little nitpick errors, just trying to be perfect. I think we're pretty great at them already, but if we want to go as far as we want to this year, I think we can keep getting better every game and every practice.
Yeah, certainly. And of course, just to kind of give you the context, we're talking a 4A Giddings team you guys have played already, a 2A state finalist, a semifinalist Iola team, a 4A Sealy team, a couple of 3As today in East Bernard. I know you guys have really challenged yourselves with this early schedule so far. How much is that going to help you guys out as the year progresses?
I think that's going to help us a lot. I honestly prefer a tougher preseason, so whenever we get into playoffs or our regular district play, it you can tell that it helps us a lot and builds us as players. But I respect Coach Smith for knowing that we can play up to that level, and I think that just shows growth for all of us. And yeah, I can tell it's definitely benefited.
Yeah, and of course, next week being in the Waller tournament, that's going to be some really high competition there.
That is good competition. Can't wait for that.
Yeah. That'll be really fun to cover when that week comes around. Paige Fritsch in the Sports Corner this week as a senior libero. That's a position you may not are used to with Paige Fritsch, being a setter for mostly early on in your career, but now kind of transitioning not just to a back row player, but the back row libero. How has that transition been for you early in the year?
Oh, I honestly, I love it setting or playing back row. I played libero my freshman year, and I wanted to hit so bad. I wanted to play 6 rotations, and then I became a libero, and I just fell in love with it, honestly. And then when they needed me to set, I didn't have a problem with it. And then I also fell in love with setting. I was like, man, I like this too. But then whenever I saw the libero spot was open this year, that's when I really had my eyes on. I was like, I really want to be the libero and be the leader on the court, being a senior, and just really being that momentum and bringing the energy and holding my teammates accountable because they are so talented. I know what we can do this year.
Yeah, probably helps me able to get as low as that on any given dig.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, but I know you still kind of have that knee brace there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and also the longer sleeve too that you have on the court this year. Yes. Is there any kind of circumstance of how that came about this year?
Honestly, I got a new brace. It's a lot more flexible to the one I was wearing in softball in my last volleyball season, but my knee has honestly been great after some tough rehab, but that's why I am here, But yeah, I think it's fine. I feel great. It's just rehab was hard, but that's what makes it easy now playing. So
yeah, and I know that was a really tough sophomore year for you,
yes.
Having just basically helping out the volleyball team, but not necessarily playing the big matches, essentially missing a softball season as well. So, I mean, just be able to be back in this position, you are such a key player. I have to imagine you're pretty grateful to be in the spot right now.
Yes. 100% grateful, and no matter if it was playing softball or volleyball, because like I said, I know what it's like to sit from the sidelines and watch now, because I never had that feeling, but then I did, and it makes you like appreciate being on the court so much more, and that be able to play the sport that you love so much.
It's just and too with that knee, it has to be just, how close is that to 100% before I get into anything else?
They said my knee is basically 100%. I passed my test with about, my knees are like, one is 100 and one was 98, so I think that was pretty close. But yeah, I think my therapy got me there, and being determined to do my therapy because I knew where I wanted to be back and how I wanted to be back, because I didn't want to, because I wanted to come back just as strong as I left out. So I was very determined to be back there.
Yeah, so if anything, it must be more of a precaution to have the
brace. It is more of a precaution. I don't have to wear it, but it almost feels like wrong if I don't wear it. So, but I really don't have any problem with it. It doesn't bother me. It feels weird. Like, I think more about diving if I don't have it on than rather if I do have it on. So, yeah. It's like it comes along with me every time I play.
So, I mean, you said it was a little more flexible, too.
Yes.
Just how much more, I'm sure shots like that weren't possible beforehand.
No, and I got a lot more comfortable, but that brace from my last race lets me do a lot more things and move a little faster, and it honestly feels great, so I can't complain.
That's great. And I mean, for you to take on the libero position this year, just how much more responsibility do you feel as far as communication, leadership, and all those things in the back?
I feel like I have a lot more. I knew how to step up into that role, and I had no problem taking it, honestly. With being a senior, I know I have to be a leader out there and help my teammates stay up and push them to our highest capabilities, and I'm ready to have that job, and I'm ready to push them as far as we can go this season.
Yeah, and at least in all five of these matches I've seen, it seems like your spot's the one that hasn't been adjusted with quite yet. There's been a lot of rotation and kind of a lot of things figured out. Just how well have you guys kind of taken to the rotation, adjusting, and things of that nature at this point?
I think my teammates do a great job of it. There's just so much talent that a lot of my teammates could play so many different spots, and I honestly love that, having that much versatility. But I mean, I feel like it's starting to, stay the same a little bit besides a few positions, which that's good. And I feel like the more we play, the more we're going to have a set rotation. But honestly, I think my teammates are so talented, they could probably play anywhere you put them. So.
Yeah, and we've already seen a lot of that versatility with, I mean, Addison Harmel, and Lacey Brazier have been primary setters, but Lacey can play back row, Addison can play back row. They could all kind of do different things, and especially Lacey, she can outside hit too pretty well. She was pretty effective for a good period today, Thursday as well. When you have that many parts and pieces you can be so versatile with, I mean, how much does that help everyone out knowing they could go in no matter where and be okay?
I think that's what sets us apart a little bit from different teams, because a lot of teams, they just have a lot of girls that just want to play one place or just want to be in that position. But I think our girls have open minds, like Coach Smith preached to us about. And with them being that talented, I think that's great that they can play any position, because you never know if something might happen. But that's also great, because if something's not working, okay, we can switch something up. And I think that's great to have on the team.
Yeah, heaven forbid another knee tears for goodness.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, we would hate for that to happen for anyone, not just you, but for anyone. We would hate that. But and there's also been some newcomers who have really stepped in. I mean, Natalie Hody's been really solid to this point. Madeline Henry's gotten some more playing time this year. Just how much of those have those girls stepped up to kind of fill in roles?
I'm extremely proud of Natalie and Madeline for how they stepped up this year. You can definitely tell they've been putting in the work in the off season, and they definitely came out here strong. They definitely knew that this would be a strong year and we could go really far, and they have totally helped being big assets of the team. And I'm always there trying to, even though they are underclassmen, I'm always there trying to push them, because I know what they're capable of. and I know what our team is capable of, and I definitely think they've been big assets this year. So I'm really proud of them for how hard they've been working, and I'm grateful to be able to play with them.
Yeah, and Natalie too has had a real, like, she's already backing up what was a really solid softball season for her as well. Then as a freshman, now as a sophomore, starting to make her volleyball strides a little bit. Just what can you kind of see for her as far as her potential is concerned?
Oh, I know she's going to have a great high school career, especially if she keeps progressing like she has been. I definitely think she's growing as a player, and like no matter if it's softball or volleyball, and I love to see that for her, but she definitely has great potential.
Yeah, certainly. And I know for this to be kind of the start of what hopefully is a big year ahead.
Yes.
Just kind of looking at some of the other matches you guys have. Belleville's on the schedule later on in September. That's another big match for you guys. Iola again, you'll get them in a best of 5 scenario. So that'll be something to watch. Schoenberg will be another really solid one. Caldwell, I think they're kind of starting to progress a little bit as well. Is there any particular non-district match you're excited for?
I know that we definitely want to go back to Belleville and have a definitely rerun from last year. I know we had a little bit of a struggle there, but we definitely want to go back out there because I feel like we've grown as a team and we're ready to take on that. And I think we're ready to play Iola in 5 too. Hopefully take them in 3, but a win is a win at the end of the day. So I think we're ready for any tough preseason match. I know we love playing those games. So and that's what really helps us, I believe.
Yeah. We also can't discredit the BVCHEA homeschool after the great match you guys had against them last year at their place. Now that that could end up being another great match for you guys as well, potentially.
It was a good match. I think it was one of the first matches I played in last year after my knee, but it was a good match. I remember that, and they definitely came out scrappy, and we had to tune up some things, but it was a good match.
Yeah, and with you guys being in a somewhat smaller district, you guys have to wait a little bit longer to get district play underway. But once you do, that district with Mumford, Somerville, Snook, Hearn, you guys have been able to really breeze by the district. At least last year, you guys breezed by without a set loss, achieve all the goals there. Is that going to be a similar mindset for you all this year to achieve that?
Oh, yes. I think that's what we really want to achieve. No sets lost. I think we know we're capable of it, and I don't have any lower standards for us this year, so I really have high standards for my teammates, and I'm really going to be a pushing force on the court, trying not to lose a set because I know what we're capable of, and I know Mumford can be a little tricky at times, but I have no doubt that we can do that again this year.
Yeah. I know Mumford's been probably at least within this particular alignment, Mumford's been that one team that's really pushed you guys in certain individual sets. Is there anything about Mumford that really allows them to push you guys a little bit?
I know they can have a little different shots and hits that may be a little different than we're used to seeing, but no, not really. I haven't really seen them play any this year, so I don't really know what they have. But I don't think we're too alarmed. I think if we go out there with the mindset that we had at least this start of the year, I think nothing is really going to be in our way or scare us. So I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think 2 good teams will probably do what's expected of them, and you guys have had those high expectations.
I think the hard preseason is definitely going to prepare us if anything comes in our way during district play. So.
Yeah, and certainly knows if you guys keep racking up wins, you guys will start getting ranked and all the things that come with that. I'm sure that's probably not something you guys pay attention to, rankings and stuff like that, but
sometimes we do. Sometimes I know last year we were watching a little bit. But we don't really let that get to our head. It don't bother us too much, but we sometimes like to look at it. But we don't really let that define us. But, I think it's kind of cool. But at the same time, we don't sit there and study it like, oh, why are we higher or why are we here? I think we just go out there and play and we show them.
Yeah, of course. And Iola was number 3 in the States. So if you guys can beat them, certainly knows that a whole lot of other things will really come your way as time goes on. And we kind of get into this first week, of course, first week of school for you guys as well. Thursday was day number 2 for you guys back, of course, missing most of the day to play volleyball. But just, how hard is that transition to get back to school? You guys do miss several days in the first 3 weeks to go with these tournaments.
Honestly, I've been doing it for 4 years now, so I kind of know the ropes and everything, but I can see definitely being a freshman, it's a little overwhelming probably. But I don't really have too much to complain about. Our teachers are usually pretty flexible, but it requires late nights staying up and finishing your homework or being determined to get your work done. But it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something the teachers are probably used to as well with the volleyball season the way it is and that schedule. Have you guys talked to the underclassmen about kind of what they have to kind of go through in their mindset during this time?
A little bit, but they usually don't complain too much. I think they know what they have to get done, and there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, we all want to play volleyball, so we're not going to complain about missing or having to do work late at night. So I think it's expected of us.
Yeah, probably better than sitting through a boring lecture, if anything else. I'm hoping there's no boring lectures in your guys' school.
No,
but
not really. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's certainly a good thing. And of course, I mean, for you kind of being mostly all sports, mainly just the fall and the spring, but just how hard is that to manage being a multi-sport athlete?
Oh, definitely pretty tough because I'm pretty hard on myself in academics as well. So, I honestly last fall semester, I'd probably go to bed like almost 12 every night studying for tests or getting homework done. But I knew I was determined to, get good grades, but I still performed on the court, so I wasn't going to complain. But I knew if I wanted to, be where I wanted to be, I knew how to do that and sacrifice some stuff. But it's definitely a lot to juggle with all the things I'm involved in. But I think now that I'm a senior, I've definitely learned along the years. So it's just, senior is kind of bittersweet. I feel like I finally learned the ropes of everything, so I'm not too stressed out. But I mean, I'm definitely gonna still try along. So.
Yeah, and for this to be your senior year, it's just. Has that sunk in yet with the start of the fall?
A little bit. The last game, I was like, oh my gosh, but it's my last game. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna start sinking in the farther we get. But no, I mean, we've talked about it. We're like, dang, this is kind of sad, but we're like, we got to make the best of it. And I couldn't ask for no better team to do that with. So
yeah, and of course, knowing so many of them probably helps that you have that. Bond with them, and I think through volleyball and softball and track, you guys really kind of get that additional experience too.
Yes, we do. Our bond, what really makes our team special, I feel like. So, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a special season, and I couldn't ask for any better teammates to try to go as far as we can.
Yeah, how much does this team benefit from having that bond and having, I would imagine, exceptionally high chemistry with each other?
I think we benefit a lot just from either running different sets or just giving each other high fives like, hey, come on, let's go, you got it. Or lifting each other up if we're down. And I think that's what's happened, what makes us be able to say if we're down and we come back and we fight back and win a set. I think that's what really gives us that grit because we know how we hold each other to standards, and I think we're all playing for each other out there, and having that bond just makes us want to win even more, and fighting back in those sets, I think that's what really helps us, that bond.
Yeah. So I would imagine that the ultimate goal is a state championship. That's what you guys were able to. You guys came a few runs short of that last year. Just how much would that mean for you guys to close the volleyball career on top?
I don't know what I would do, honestly. That would be the great feeling to go out like that senior year. I know we're capable of it. I wouldn't be talking like we were if we were not able to, but I know the talent that we hold on this team and how we can play when we play our best. So yeah, it would actually, I don't know what I would do if we would come out on top, but yeah, we definitely goal is to be in that state championship game. That title.
Yeah. I mean, you've already beaten one team that came really close to actually being in that spot in Iola. What's it going to have to take for you guys to do that?
Definitely being determined and focused, coming in every practice and working hard and playing as a team. I really think we've done a really good job at that this early in the season. And I think when we're around each other, we know what kind of talent we have on the team and what our capabilities are. So I think we know, it is very capable for us to go to the state tournament, or there's not a state tournament anymore, but state championship.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's very capable with the talent we have on our team. and everyone knows on a team, which I think that's what makes us play even better. If we're down, okay, this isn't us, let's go back to our play. And I think that's what's really been in our mindset and the back of our head when playing Iola or anything. So I think if we just stay focused and be determined, I think we'll go far.
Yeah, and of course, and one of the unique things about this year that they've kind of adjusted from a year ago is now they have set state semifinal sites.
Yes, my mom was talking to me about that not too long ago.
Yeah, and the 2A Division II Region 3-4 state semifinal site is Brenham High School.
Yeah.
So you guys would be able to stay in the county to play for a state championship. And I guess you've kind of thought about that a little bit. If your mom was talking to you about that.
I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I would almost like travel a little bit. But then I was thinking about, you could have so many fans there with it being that close. So I was like, you know what? If that's our odds of being that close, and I would be more than happy to be there playing with all the stands filled, honestly, because I know Burton is very capable of that with it being that close. So, yeah, I honestly feel like if we were there, we could pack the stands and just be very good energy. And I feel like my team thrives off of energy and momentum, and I think that would be a really good advantage for us.
Yeah, and shoot, if you guys be able to do that, you'll probably have the whole county supporting you, not just Burton, but you'll probably get some Brenham folks in on that as well. And I know you again, that would require you guys going one step further than a year ago.
Yes.
Getting past the regional final, which last year was a real tough match against Shiner,
yes.
A real quality team there. But again, if you guys do get to that point, what's it going to take to get over that hurdle like you guys did already this year over the Iola hurdle and like the many hurdles you guys did last year?
Like I said, I feel like it left kind of a bad taste in our mouth because I feel like we did not play to our best potential that game. And Shiner, they did come out swinging. They came out very very good, very solid that day. But yeah, I think, like I said, we know our capabilities, and with that sour taste in our mouth, we know what we want to go back and get. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit more momentum, a little bit more drive when we get to this playoff run. So I'm not really worried because I'm going to try to keep everyone to like what our standards are and what our expectations. So, and I know they'll do that. So yeah, I really don't have really any worries of getting that far, but definitely when the day comes, we're going to be focused and determined to get past that.
Yeah, and of course, but before you guys get to there, there's several things that have to happen, which, of course, getting through day 2 of the Columbus Varsity Volleyball Classic on Friday, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are listening then or past then. We'll kind of set the stage. You guys winning Pool A of the tournament, get you guys in Pool H, an afternoon time slot for tomorrow, which the champion of Pool D will be in there, so potentially Columbus will be waiting for you guys. Also, runners-up in Pool B and C, which could include Schoenberg, which could include Weimer. It's going to be a very competitive pool for you guys on Friday to have to navigate. Just how prepared are you guys to be able to take that on and potentially get to a gold bracket?
I think we're pretty prepared, honestly. But like I said, these tough preseason games are only going to make us better. So I'm not going to complain. I'd rather play tough competition all day and get better than play some easy teams and just rack up some wins. But I have no doubt in our mind that we're capable of going past all those teams. But it's definitely going to take some good sets and good competition because I know how those teams play, and they have some very talented girls as well. But I'm not going to underestimate my team. I know we had a few times today that we were down, but we came right back up, and I was really proud of us how we did that. So I think we're more capable of doing that tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and we can't wait to follow you guys and see how well you guys do in this tournament and all future tournaments. I know they're going to make you guys so much better for what's to come, which is going to be a really fun season ahead and a fun fall for you guys.
Yes.
And before we officially wrap things up, I want to take some time to share some of our biggest headlines from our Thursday edition. Of course, Burton's right at the top of our sports page. Also, Burton Volleyball mentioned a little bit opening up on Monday. Have a bit of a sidebar on them, too. It's a different strategy this year. We put the gamers up for both for those matches right away. We've got a different taste on those matches in the print edition of our Thursday paper. Also, on the front, our A1, several news on Brenham and Burton ISD, getting some meetings done, some things accomplished, including Brenham ISD. They will have another voter approval tax rate election on the ballot in November. That's a huge hurdle for them. It's been a while since they passed a big bond like that, so they're hoping to get it done this year. And also Burton ISD, they set their tax. propose a new tax rate and all the budget stuff. It's tax rates and budgets, a lot of fun, whole lot of fun. But of course, also the Washington County tax rate that remains unchanged. News on a joint police effort netting 3 arrests, and of course on the front, we're back to school. All the art from the Brenham side of things, and it's another jam-packed paper. So I really hope you are a subscriber, and if you are, thank you so much for supporting us. You get all the news, all the photos you could possibly want. If you are not subscribed and want to be subscribed, it's very easy to do so. All you got to do is log on to our website, brenhambanner.com, or you can call us here at 979-836-7956 and let the good folks here at the Banner Press take care of you over the phone. Again, that website is brenhambanner.com, and that phone number 979-836-7956. As you mentioned, you guys finished up the Columbus Varsity Classic Friday and Saturday, and then you guys go to Fayetteville, another one of the really quality small schools around in the area. So that'll be another fun match for you guys midweek next week on Tuesday night. Thank you again so much, Paige, for stopping by the Sports Corner. I've been Nicholas Hodell. Have a very good rest of your week. We'll catch you again next week with more great information on another Washington County sport and a star. Have a good one, folks.